This is a chapter 4 assignment video. The first question: should you use a company printer to make 60 copies of something for your son or daughter, or to use a copier to that extent? Um, if there is no sign or the company policy to not use the printer, then I wouldn't. If there's a sign that says no, do not use this excessively, then I would respect that and not use it. But if there is no sign and no one's gonna know about it, ethically, I personally would. If I've been there for said couple years and I've seen people do it, yeah, I'm gonna do it. Ethically, it's not right. You shouldn't use company stuff, but I would personally. Should you take trash bags home? The question 2 said, just grab a couple trash bags. No one's gonna know. Ethically, you shouldn't. But then again, if I've been there for multiple years, seeing people grab a handful and take home, I'm gonna join in. I mean, I'm just gonna grab a couple. It is hurting the company in a very small way, yes. There's no denying that, because obviously it's coming out of their paycheck. Should you know? No, you shouldn't. But I would, personally. The third question is stealing time. Now, this is one that I unconsciously do at my job. But not to the extent as he was saying. But at this company, I think I would unconsciously take it. I wouldn't purposely change my times or purposely go down to talk for an hour on purpose. I mean, going to talk to someone for a couple minutes, 10 minutes, I don't see it hurting that much. But this is a fictitious company, so I really don't know what all the things about this company is and like how busy. A lot of questions that I would ask is not answered. So I wouldn't purposely do it. I wouldn't. When it comes to changing time clocks or purposely going somewhere for 30 minutes to an hour to go get something after clocking in, I personally wouldn't do it. Ethically, I mean, some people do it, yes, purposely, if they hate their job. If I was at this company, I still don't think I would do it consciously. I'd do it just out of just going to grab a cup of coffee and then talking to someone for 10-15 minutes. The next question for all of it is, does this hurt? By who is it hurting if you do all these things? It is definitely hurting the company, because I mean, they're 60 copies of a paper. That's a lot of ink. And ink is not cheap, especially if you're doing multiple colors. That stuff's more expensive. It's definitely hurting the company. Trash bags, in a very small way, yes, because they do need to buy more trash bags. In a very small way, it's more money out of their pocket. Stealing time, of course. Adding time or just not working, of course that hurts, because you're being paid to do something and you're not doing it. Even if you're at a job for minimum wage, I mean, yes, it sucks. I'm pretty sure we've all had minimum wage jobs before. They suck. You do small things, to make time go by faster. But in general, yeah, it's hurting the company, yes. In a way. More time, they're paying you more than what you actually did. To one of the extra parts is, someone put me down. If it's a good friend, I will definitely say they can do the job. He needs a paycheck. If it's a good friend, I would definitely lie and say he can do the job. Even if he can't, if it's a good friend, I will do that for him, because I know he needs it, so I'm going to be on his side. If it's just some acquaintance, someone I've worked with before that, I mean, we get along at work, but we never, outside of work, spend time together. If they put me down, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to tell them, hey, this guy, if he's not good, no work ethic, doesn't show up on time, can't do the job, I'll be honest about that. But if it's a good friend, I would definitely lie and help him get that paycheck, personally. And the last thing was, one time your actions made you even question yourself? I'm not going to go into too big a detail. I used to be a manager at a pizza place when I was 18. And, you know, the general manager, he trusted me with hiring people. You know, he'd hire some people, and I would hire some people. We'd look through stuff and be like, hey, let's interview this guy, I'll interview this person. And if we think it's good, we'll hire him. I didn't have to second check with him. If I felt the person could do the job, then he'd trust me in my decision to hire the person. This one time, it was a 18-year-old female that was still in high school. It was her senior year, I believe, if I remember correctly. Had an interview with her, and our starting pay rate for people in high school at that job, I can't remember the exact pay rate. Well, it was like $8. It was supposed to be a little bit more than minimum wage to give, you know, people in high school a little bit extra money and give them more incentive to, you know, come in and definitely work. Because the 75 cents, even now, that's a lot. I mean, if you're working even part-time, every little bit counts. Full-time, every little bit counts. So you'll definitely take it. When I was talking to her, I did not like her as a person, but she had experience, you know, in fast food and food areas. And I definitely didn't give her our $8 starting limit because I did not like her, but I knew she could do the job. So in my mind, I was like, you know what? I'm going to drop down like 25 cents. 25 cents less. It's not too much, but it's still a good amount. Especially when you're still in high school. Even now, 25 cents. I mean, you always want to take more if you can. But I hired her, paying her less than other people. And I made me question myself because I was like, she can do the job. She's got the qualifications. But the other part of me was, she's still in high school. I did not like her. And I was just hiring her because we needed people to work. And that really made me question some stuff about myself. To a limit. As I've gotten a little bit older, even now, I'm 21 right now, if I still worked in the food industry, I might make it. I honestly might make the same decision if I was given the same thing. Because as we were taught when I got into the management position, is, you know, to keep labor as low as possible. Just do everything you can to make labor low as possible, you know, save the company more money, all the fun stuff. But yeah, that made me question myself a little bit later after I hired her, because she was a hard worker, and even though I didn't like her, she still did the job, so me not liking her didn't matter. She did the job, she did it to an okay amount to where I was like, okay, she can do it. I don't have to always go back behind her and finish the job. So that was the one time that I questioned my own ethics. Still don't know how I feel about it, but that's assignment 4.